We are at the ancient boat landing on the lower Wisconsin. Doesn't really look like much of a boat landing because it's flooded, but it's tenable. One of the few areas in the lower Wisconsin that's tenable right now. And we're gonna fish here because this is good flathead time. It's about 8 o'clock, got about half an hour before everything kind of gets dark. So we'll try to get some bait. If not, we'll just use worms. We've got like 8 worms and hopefully we can get something. Give you an idea of the area, this is how flooded it is. If it was like half a foot to a foot lower, it'd be perfect. But I got my set right there and we're gonna fish. Despite it being completely and utterly inundated, it's actually not that bad in terms of the current, because we're just kind of like fishing off towards the side. This cuts off like a direct current, and that means it's very, very good for large fish to come. It is very, very deep here because the water is so high, and we got a soft current, which means that fish actually like to come in this area. So hopefully we can get something good here. Things are set up pretty well. I think the only real issue right now is at night I gotta make sure not to step over the edge and die, but I think I can manage that for the most part. Probably gonna put one right here at the creek mouth as well. Might wanna switch onto my water shoes, but the mosquitoes are pretty bad right now, so we'll see, we'll see. I think we can get something here, hopefully anyways. I got a good bite on this black pole here. See what it is. Hoping that the shad will come in really, really close up on that pool and I can grab a couple. But I think I got a fish here. That's definitely a fish. I think I need to, oh, thanks. This fish actually just reminded me to put some drag on, because if I didn't, and I got a big flathead tonight, I would be really sorry. But it's still on. It's not bad, actually. Is it a catfish or a drum? Oh, it's a sturgeon. Oh, they'll be good tonight, I guess. That's a shovel nose, actually. That is not a laker, I believe. Shovel nose sturgeon. I don't really catch shovel nose all that often, but pretty nifty. Shovel nose sturgeon. There's a look at it. Shovel nose sturgeon. Not too bad. Shovel nose sturgeon. I don't think this is a laker. It doesn't look like a lake sturgeon, but shovel nose. Nose looks like a shovel. So yeah, nice fish. Not what I want though. We're gonna just drag it here to the boat ramp. Toss it there and it's gonna just slowly swim off. See ya, fish. See ya. That was a very nice fish. On the other hand, I don't want too many of those things because I have a very limited number of baits. And yeah, I haven't seen too many shad swimming in the shallows. And I do need some bait. Don't have too much of it here. I actually spent a lot of bait at the Pine River in Richland Center. Didn't get anything because the river was completely inundated and I couldn't really find a good place to fish. So here we go. Here we go. All right, let's hopefully we get something here. I got 2 fish on. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this fish on the white pole first because I think it's shaking the hardest. I hope it's a drum because, oh, wow, look at that. It shot forward just as I was about to grab the pole. It's not too big because otherwise it would start pulling drag, but it's a fish. It's not as big as the last one. It means it's fairly small. Is it a drum? Tell me it's a drum. Oh, it's another sturgeon. Man, these are insane these days. I think this is a bigger one though. Oh, that's a sturgeon too. This is Sturgeon mania on the Wisconsin. Insane, insane. This one's a laker though. This one's nose isn't so shovelly. Don't think I'm gonna be able to get too many catfish today because that, my friends, is that's a lake sturgeon. Lake sturgeon this time. Small one. These things will not stop hitting the hook. Hopefully I can get like a drum so I can use it for gato fish bait. Slightly different, a laker. But I think I'm just gonna toss it here in the water and see it go off because that was not in the water for very long and you can see it just goes off into the Wisconsin. All right guys, the other sturgeon jumped and actually got off while I was reeling that one in. There's a lot of sturgeons here, but that's not what I'm looking for and that's not what I want. I want a white bass or a drum so I can use it as cut bait for gato fish. The sturgeons do not help me, but they're nice catches. I have not even gotten my worm back in yet. And yet, another fish has already hit the bait. I don't know if these things are gonna leave me alone today. I think there's too many of them out here. That's still on. I need another bait besides worm, but I don't have anything besides worm. I really, really need a drum. There he goes. jumping sturgeon. Jumping sturgeon, my friends. That is a, I think that's another, I think that's a laker. The laker, the head's a little wider, whereas the shovel nose, yeah, the shovel nose, like, the nose just flat. So there we go, another lake sturgeon. All right, I'll see a sturgeon. It's actually fairly deep right there. It drops right off. That's what I mean when I say, like, I gotta not die. So many mosquitoes here. Almost unbearable. This place always had mosquitoes, but they usually aren't this bad. But I guess it's just because it's high water this year. And they just hatched. So they're essentially just attacking me. All right, I got a fish here again. This one feels like a rock, which means it's probably, oh, it's heavy too. It could actually be a log or a rock, but I did see it like go. Oh, it's another sturgeon. This is just sturgeon mania on the Wisconsin, man. I'm telling you, sturgeon mania. Not what I want. I want a freaking bait fish, not the sturgeon. I don't know if this is, I think this is a shovel nose. Yeah, this one's a shovel nose. But sturgeon mania on the Wisconsin, man. If you flip them up, if you flip them upside down, Lakers and shovel nose look a little bit different. Shovel nose are like, they look more like one complete fish altogether, and like sturgeons look a little bit more segmented. The Lakers look a little bit more segmented, but another sturgeon. Wish these things would go nuts in September, at least the big ones, and not right now. Because I really need a freaking freshwater drum or a white bass or something, and these things are just not helping. I think that's like the 4th or 5th sturgeon, and that's not what I'm after. I'm definitely after a drum or a white bass for bait, or just a catfish altogether, but man, it's like sturgeon mania today. I don't know why. They need to start hitting in September and not now. Unfortunately, I can't differentiate because the only thing I have is worms and I don't have anything else. All right, we got a bite on the smaller pole over here. Hopefully, it is a bait fish, because gotten enough sturges tonight. I don't really need any more, but it could just be another sturge. Hopefully not. It's feeling like another sturgeon. Gosh, man, how many of these things out here are there? Or is it a catfish? Nope, it's another sturgeon. Jesus. Oh my God. I'm about to freaking give up, man. There are just too many of these out here. That's another laker, man. They say these things are endangered, but to me, they do not seem endangered. All right, these sturgeons just aren't gonna let me just grab them and throw them back in the water. It's all I really want to do. I do not want sturgeons right now. I'll see ya. Oh, they cut me too. This one hits while I'm still pulling that one in. Can I please get a freshwater drum? Is that not a sturgeon? Oh, I think that is a sturgeon. I was excited. I thought that would have been a drum. Usually I'm not excited for a drum, but I really need bait, and I'm almost completely out. I got like half a worm left. Honestly, not a disaster fishing, because I got like 6 or 7 sturgeon, but not really what I look for. All right, another sturgeon. See you, sturgeon. Almost the last piece of worm. I think got like 2 tiny pieces left. And we're going to throw them out there and hopefully get a drum. If we don't get a drum, the night is pretty much over, and we will not be able to catch a catfish tonight. Because the Wisconsin's too flooded, the shad aren't coming in right now, and I don't have any more bait, which is very, very annoying. I wanted to catch a flathead with bait, but the sturgeon will not stop biting. Something heavier is on the big pole. It feels like I'm dragging up another sturgeon. Just freaking great. Oh, I got caught in the bushes. I got excited. I thought this was actually a catfish, but no, it's another sturgeon. They will not leave me alone today. Oh, only got like these 2 poles with a bit of worm left, and that's it. Nothing else. All right, I gotta let this guy go. Just need to jet you out, and my other pole has actually hit. Just need to jet him out. There he goes. All right. All right, let's reel up this one then. These sturgeons aren't giving me a break. They're hitting pretty much immediately after I throw it out. I don't know if this is a sturgeon, but it probably is. I just want one drum. One drum. How many of these things are there? It's like the entire Wisconsin population decided to come to this boat ramp. How many of these things are there? I just want one bait fish. Is that so much to ask for? Just one bait fish. All right, Sturgeon, see ya. I'm just throwing them like 5 feet out because the water just drops down right there. I'm hoping and get a bait fish. Just one drum, please, one freshwater drum. That pole most definitely has a fish, or had a fish, but can I get a bait fish, or is this just another sturgeon? Because I'm gonna have to start giving up if this is sturgeon. I just really need a drum. It's a sturgeon. Darn, there's like nothing else tonight. I have like last half piece of worm on that hook. I'm gonna try one more time, but another lake sturgeon. Caught like 10 of these suckers tonight. All right, see you, sturgeon. That's gonna be it, folks. Caught like 10 sturgeon within an hour. Something took the minnow that I, well, not the minnow, the little sucker thing I had, and I'm out of bait. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Caught almost like a dozen sturgeon within an hour, but nothing else. Water's super high in lower Wisconsin, and you're probably gonna have to stick to Lake Wisconsin or other places if you wanna fish the Wisconsin River for a while. I'll be seeing you on the Sugar, the Pecatonica, and some of the smaller rivers within the next couple of weeks. Also fishing a bit on the Madison chain. So like and subscribe, hit the bell notifications button, and I will see you guys next time.